Can you guys hear me? I know you don't see me. But can you hear me? Hello? Okay, wait, I need to get Zoe in, guys. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I know you don't see me. But can you hear me? Hello? Okay, wait, I need to get Zoe in, guys. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I know you don't see me. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, wait, I need to get Zoe in, guys. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I know you don't see me. Can you hear me? Hello? Okay, wait, I need to get Zoe in, guys. Hello? Can you guys hear me? I know you don't see me. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah, the audio from the laptop was on. Sorry. Loop, 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 loop. Wait a second, guys. I need to get everything rolling. And see that I can get... Wait, let's first switch you guys over here. And see if that works. Okay, I'm trying some new casting software. So bear with me for a minute. Is the sound okay, guys? Can you hear me very well? Not like the last lives. I have a very big cup of tea. And let's get you guys in closer. I'm trying to follow... yes, okay. I'm trying to follow the live as we go. So I can also read your comments. Let's start from the top. Houston, can you hear me? Can you hear me? The sound needs to be good. Because we're also going to do podcast. And I should be able to see... I have now this sound meter thingy. And I have gain on my microphone. What should work? Less gain, less gain, less gain, less gain. More gain, more gain, more gain, more gain, more gain. So that should at least work better than last time. The sound and your lips are not sync. Okay, so what comes first? The sound or... Probably the sound, right? Let's see, can we do something about that? Maybe not. Okay, is it really annoying? Because otherwise I'll put you guys just like further away and then you don't see it. Yeah, it's because I'm using the security cameras. Because they constantly record, so that's should be very handy, but apparently it's not synchronized very well. At least the sound is better, right? Maybe just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Let me start from the chat from the top. Quack quack. I brought one ducky. That's just for show. It's like we're not on one ducky. We're still on eight duckies. Good evening, everybody. We are live, yes. Zoe is out, Zoe is back in now. What's still for sale in the village? Yeah. Not much. I'm still working on the house next to me. With the elderly home, Santa Casa. But for the rest, not much. I'm doubting at this point if I should welcome everybody, because I'm already behind in the chat, so everybody who had like a welcome, welcome. So I'll scroll quickly through it if there are any other questions. Hurry up, we have some astronauts to attend to. What? Somebody going to space again? I don't follow the news. Why are you sitting over there? What do you say? What is peste in English? Are you trying to annoy the neighbors? No. No, I'm testing the new podcast studio, although it's far from complete yet. We need to have something like here behind me. Wait, let me get you guys in closer. Like some, because it's going to be Escaping the Red Race podcast, so I want some kind of decoration like behind me. So I still need to work on that. So it's not finished yet. It looks a bit boring, especially with the colors. There's not much color here. I'm wanting to put at least some scaffolding like against the wall, like, how do you say, not installed, but like that you're working on the ruin, because it's nice and orange. It breaks the rest of the very dull background. Yes, that is the turtle from Sven. Very good. Sounds perfect. There's a lag on the line. Yeah, I'll try to get it in sync next time, guys. I don't want to spend too much time on it now. Maybe I should have tested it. Even birds are lagging. And there is some like wasps flying around. So I need to take care of them before we start doing podcasts. Sound. If you struggle with reading, advice, have the chat on slow. I'm just like scrolling downwards as we go. Do we have guests today on the show? No. No guests today on the show. Though next week we're going to start recording the podcasts. So you'll also see in the daily videos, like when the guests are arriving, so you know what to expect maybe a week later on the main channel who are coming. Mostly YouTube channels from around here. and maybe some other people who can help you escape the rat race. And if any of you guys know people with a good story about escaping the rat race, hit me up. Let me see. So it's no longer a ghost town. Well, since Maria came back, it was already not a ghost town anymore. So it was a ghost town for 1 year. Jasper, you really gave us a cliffhanger with the gigantic wooden doll in your room. What's that for? Well, then you didn't follow along very well, because you saw me like place it on the bed so that the dogs don't go laying on my side of the bed. Although I'm now not putting it on there because somehow they now always lay on the other side of the bed. They're getting used to it. Volunteers coming. Maybe. I had a lot of volunteers that applied in January and February, and then I always say hit me up 1 week before you come if everything is still as planned, and then you never hear from them again. So that's not very social. But we will have volunteers this summer, probably. So that's the wooden Jasper. Probably fire on. No, we're not going to put the fire on today. Sound and video are not synchronized. We know that. It's a great place for a podcast studio. Yeah, I thought also. I hope you guys are gonna ask more questions about the building. What would volunteers get out of it if you can't offer accommodation? What do volunteers regularly get out of it? Mostly an experience, right? It's mostly about the experience. You can get a t-shirt if you want. Greetings from Austria. Greetings, Paul. Will the girls be joining you? No. They could actually. But I didn't think about that. You should invite the president of Junta. I was thinking about that today, guys. Maybe we'll do that. Because my assistant Vitor was also talking with him, and he was very intrigued by the fact that I do YouTube. And he also wanted to do more with posting videos about what the junta is doing and stuff. So maybe, I don't know how his English is. If his English is good, then maybe we should invite him, yes. You could hang a large rug. Yeah, I still have these Persian rugs that they have in Holland, like on the old tables in the bars. Maybe I'm gonna put that on a table, although it doesn't look very nice on a light colored table. Maybe we can put it on the wall, but it's Persian, so it doesn't have much to do with well, you can escape the rat race to Persia. Do you have a good relationship with your new neighbors? Yeah, do you mean the Brazilians? That's the only new neighbors we have. It's very hard for me to understand the language. And now I was talking to the younger guy, and I can understand him better than the older guy. But the older guy, it's like I'm thrown back into 3 years ago in Portugal, how much I knew about the language. It's very short things I understand. But not much trouble, although they could spend some more time on, how you say, cleaning up the village, mowing the grass and stuff. But I'm also not always the best at that, so I hope you see this, Jasper, hope to see you this summer. Jan and Anna from Valdeporca. Come on, drop by, say hi. Mostly I'm very busy, but I can always make some time to have a small chat. You could invite your neighbor who is renovating the house. Yeah, but I don't know. It's not only about renovation. It's about escaping like Western society. Escaping. Because one of the questions is also going to be like, how much do you feel you're still like in the rat race? Because I also do like IT work for people in Holland, and YouTube generates me an income, what gives me sort of an obligation, right? So I don't think the neighbors have that good of a story about escaping the rat race. Maybe about restoring ruins in Portugal. Maybe in a future series. From Minnesota, and you have a delay in your voice. I know, sorry. I'll try to fix it for the next time. I told my coworker needed to watch your live, and she let me go home early. Were you the one commenting also, like in the video from yesterday, that you were trying to get like time off? That's very cool for my live. Welcome. I'm also not looking very much in the camera, right? Because I'm constantly on the laptop. Maybe I need to have this big screen that is like a little bit more like behind the camera. How did you get the building, Jasper? Did you buy it? Now we're getting the interesting questions. So, if you guys were following along for a while, then you know that I bought half of the ownership of a property. And if you were paying attention very well, you know that that was supposed to be the building that is 3 doors down. Whoa, we're suddenly getting some dark clouds above. I hope we're not getting rain. You guys should be able to still hear me if I switch to this view, right? Where's the view? You guys see the changed view? Okay, some interesting questions coming in. It takes a long time for this thing to switch between different cameras. This is not ideal. Okay, let's go back to me. Yeah, so I bought half the ownership of a property, and we all thought that this was the shed here, a little bit more down the street. But apparently it's not, and it's this building. So I bought the half of the property ownership from an auction website, a Portuguese auction website, and this is because the former owner didn't pay their debt to a bank, and then the bank got their part of the property ownership to sell for their debt. And it's probably been like a brother and a sister or something who inherited this together, and then the sister got into problems, and that is why her half got auctioned. Can you guys still see me? This software doesn't work very flawlessly. Okay, so apparently it's this building that I bought and not... Well, I didn't buy it directly. I don't have any of this ownership in my name. Because it needed to be bought by a Portuguese with a cartão cidadão. So I have a friend who lives about an hour away from here. And he bought it with my money. So it's in his name now. And the other half is still in the inheritance name. And it's been negotiations left and right. And we haven't found an agreement yet. But he never knew that I was involved. He only knew about my friend. So now I have permission from my friend to use it for the half that he owns it. So that's why we're in here now. And to get things, the negotiations in getting the full ownership of this property moving a little bit further along, this seemed like a good idea to me. We still have to see if it's going to be a good idea. Maybe the GNR will show up. Anything is possible. But we have permission, so that's not a problem. But maybe as soon as they see that the building is used, maybe they want some money. What actually gave it away that it was this building is that it also comes with 200 square meters of land behind the building. And the shed didn't have this land behind the building. So it's an interesting story. What also is interesting is the clouds above me. Some things are waterproof here, not everything. Where were we? It's always a hassle keeping up with this chat. And association. How is the association going and what does it take to join in? What is the plan? Oh, I feel drops. I feel drops, guys. This is not good. Uh-oh. The ducky is waterproof. My new chair. I bought 3 new chairs. Maybe it's blowing over. How do you say that in English? Okay, we're gonna pretend like nothing is happening, okay? Can you still hear me with the wind? Association. So we're still trying to get a bank account for the association. And Vitor and me spent 6 hours in Millennium Bank. And we still don't have a bank account. Apparently it's very difficult to determine for the bank who can open the account and what kind of information they need. Vitor is now in the UK for a couple of weeks, so nothing is happening on the association. We should be resuming on that soon. So you also will get to know what it's gonna take to join in. What's also give me a little more time to work on the website and stuff to get all the information on there, so I can inform you guys with the right information. Shall we try and switch again to the other view, guys? It's a bit windy and I want to start doing this live. Also be a great place to build staircases for your I don't think so. Wait, I need to scroll to the bottom. Am I still visible? guys see me? I mean, hear me? Let's switch back. Wisconsin here. Hi, Wisconsin. Cover the floor with AstroTurf. Keep the weeds and mud away. Yeah. It doesn't get that muddy because it's very hard soil. And I hope for the next 3 months we don't have too much rain. So I should be good with the podcast. Good evening from cold Holland. Good evening. We had a lovely day here. It's now cooling down a bit, what is nice. In the sun it was hot today. You need a dartboard. Well, here in like the Joe Rogan podcasts where they have all the stuff hanging around. It looks very original, the background. Don't change it. Oh, okay. Noted. Hi Zwaal, greetings from Oslo. Take a puff myself. Yeah, take a puff, guys. You hear the wind going around here in this microphone? It's like whoo. This shouldn't happen during a podcast. Or invite Quinta Fonterpipa. Interesting to see how they are doing nowadays. Yes, we will invite Fonterpipa. Quinta Fonterpipa. And also they might have a video coming soon. But I can't promise anything. Maybe buy this also to extend the neighbor house. Yeah, we're working on acquiring it. I'm smoking a Portuguese green cigarette. They're much cheaper than the Dutch ones. Oh, now we have thunder. Gives a nice, how you say, variation to the life. If we get rain. When is duck repaired and what you're gonna do with it? Yeah, duck is just as old as me, and then you need a lot of maintenance. So from the beginning we saw already that like 6 pistons were leaking. So now we're gradually like repairing duck in between jobs and seeing what jobs we can do. And then all kind of other stuff goes wrong, like water in the oil and stuff like that. So that's what you get with an old digger. Some people say sometimes in the comments why you didn't buy like a digger for like 15k or something. But you know, this brought this whole experience. You know, with Richard and like people coming like to help. It's also when the German guys were here, Richard was working on it. Everybody is like excited to work on a digger. I wouldn't have done it any differently. And a 15,000 euro digger would have maybe broken just as easily. So, yeah, I think in this way it's a fun project to do. And we might buy some other equipment in the near future because Duck is a little big also. Not that she's overweight, but she's just like big boned. Can you suggest a European bank to use for transferring money as I'm going to be purchasing property in Portugal? I will just open a Portuguese bank account. I wouldn't go to Millennium. I myself have an account at Montepio. I'm very happy with them. When I investigated it like 3 or 4 years ago, it was like one of the not expensive and still good service. Caixas General is the only one that is backed by the government. So if they collapse like they did in Holland in 2008 or somewhere around that time, then that is the bank that your money could be safe. I don't give any guarantees. But I would just take a Portuguese bank account if you're moving here anyway. I tried to open an account with Revolut for the association, but Apparently they don't support associations anymore. So that's also interesting. Hey Jasper, we want to go to Portugal in May with a camper. Yeah, you can always drop by. If you want to stay here, you need to send me an email and then maybe we can work something out. But you can always drop by to say hi. I've been directed to Santander and they have banks in Portugal and the UK. Yeah, I know people also who are with Santander. I didn't hear any bad experiences. Good evening from Ontario, Canada. Good evening. I like watching because you are actually doing what most of us only talk about. Yeah. And then they talk about that I should do it slightly differently. But they're not doing it at all. I shouldn't read too much of the comments under the video, guys. There's a lot of nice comments also. But some just get me worked up. And for everybody who thinks that I'm the whole not talking thing was because of YouTube comments, that's not the case. It's already known that some channels do better if they don't talk. So that's not because somebody says so. Because you guys know, if somebody says so, I mostly go the opposite direction. So I'm feeling more drops. We should have internet connection all the way to the house. So if it goes, it's going to be a little bit difficult though. It's also going to be difficult to roll another one of those cigarettes. Wondering if you are going to sell your timber that is laying on the ground now. It could possibly give you good income. Please tell me where to sell it. Do you want to buy it? Send me an email. No, it's not gonna work. Maybe a normal cigarette. If we get disconnected, guys, I'll be back online in a bit. No, my laptop is now getting wet. Please. Okay, we're trying to stay as long because then I need to go back online. Because these cameras I can't take. I can take the microphone. I can still talk to you guys, but you can't see me anymore. Oh. Oh yeah, okay, so the timber, yeah. I still want to process it, maybe if it dries out next year. So I wasn't planning on selling it, but if somebody gives me a good price for it, let me know. Mike from Alberta, Canada. I got the maple syrup. It is well traveled. Sorry, mate. Yeah, if you guys want to send stuff, it's really, with the customs here, it's really annoying. The rain is also really annoying. I think I have to go, guys. I think we have to reconnect. I can try to go. You won't be able to see me, I think. Let's switch to here. And then you should be able to still hear me. There's sockets here on the floor. Hello, is it me you're looking for? Damn it! Are you guys still here? Let me see if you guys are still here. Thunder! Ooh! Lightning! No! Come on! Okay, give me a second, guys. I need to add another camera so that you guys can see me. Just a second. Which camera are we gonna do? Share live stream. Copy. Yeah. Now I'm over here. Calma, calma, calma. It's crazy. It's fun hanging out like this, right? Let me add another camera. Stop it! So all my stuff is still in the ruin. I think I need to go get that, guys. Because otherwise it's gonna be broken. Yeah, I'm back. Are you guys still here? I did look at the weather forecast. This is the rain forecast for today. You see that? Nada. Nadinha de nada. Can you guys see me? Where am I going to put this mic now? Okay. I think we're back in business. The camera looks a bit crooked though. It's also a bit of a crutch view. Lift you guys up a bit. Whew! So you guys were talking to each other, and meanwhile I see. Brilliant! Lots of everybody is like, you guys were really excited about me going into this. My new chairs, yeah. Only one, luckily. The gods are angry. Somebody didn't pay their carbon tax. Let's see, how's the audio? It still looks good. Okay. Good, guys. Where were we? This is hilarious, yeah. It's kind of funny, right? Akira, do you want to come inside, sweetie? Lower your camera, yeah. You are freaking wet. Okay. Where did my tea go? I had tea. No, stay inside, sweetie. Yeah, so hopefully this doesn't happen during the podcast recordings, but they're not live, so we can always move the set. Due to technical difficulties. Yes, Terra Race. Please send rain this way. Okay. We still need a lot of rain here also. Okay, brilliant. Needed a lot of action, yeah. Don't mess with the Tuga weather. No. No, it was fun for me also. I don't care. As long as all my equipment is still working. Amateur, yeah. Garida is also always beautiful, even in winter storm. Nobody panic. Just don't freaking panic. Don't panic. No, don't panic. Okay, this is funny as heck. I'm glad you enjoyed it, guys. Okay, Swamp Town, yeah. Yes, you guys are having a great time watching the storm. It was like nice weather for like a week. And we can still use some rain, like I said, so. Hey, somebody said they have a good story for my podcast. How to escape the rain. Never trust weather apps. Day in a life. Yeah, if you enjoyed that, then please like the video. Your new microphone seems to be pretty good. Yeah, but it's also the software that I'm using now. The other mics were also good. So he's barking from the other room. But somehow YouTube, like how you say, lowers the volume or something. I don't know. But now I have this software, OBS Studio, and you can put on more gain before it sends it to YouTube. So I think this works better. The microphone is now even like laying here. I had just written when you had to pack up. Greetings from Mary and Lutz. Mary and Lutz, hi. Greetings to Hamburg. Yeah, we had a small intervention here from the weather gods. Hi from Australia, I missed the fun. Yeah, you can watch it back. It will be forever on YouTube. How's my hair? I didn't even pay attention to that, how I'm looking. Hi from Australia. Oh, that I had already. Fortunately, finally no guest came. They would have had a shower, yeah. Sure, we wouldn't want to miss a second of this comedy show. Sounds good, but still out of sync, yeah. So where were we before we left for running from the rain? Let me see, because you guys had some good questions. So I'm scrolling back a bit. A lot. It doesn't even go that far back. Huh? No. Live chat. Why is my chat not going? Oh, sorry. Yes. No. God damn it. So unprepared, this guy. I want to see the questions that you guys posted before I started running. But apparently I can't scroll up enough. This is horrible. Que horrible. So if anybody is still here that posted a question, like I remember about the association, I explained about the house, So for the association we still have to wait a bit until Vito is back and we hopefully finally can open a bank account. Horrible. And once you've done it all, then you know like the right places to go or the right people to talk to and stuff like that. Or in the association who you should put in what position, because that was also very unclear. Because now it appears that we need like three people from the members of the board can only do certain things and the other 6 can basically do nothing. It's all kind of stuff that you first need to do before you like know how it works. Like also accountants, like try to find an accountant that is like good with associations. I dare you. Try to find lawyers that are good with associations. I need some more questions, guys. I'm only reading now about Thunderstorm. Greetings from Pennsylvania. Greetings to Pennsylvania. Live as it's happening. What about the house? What house? This house? Soon we will finish the bathroom. I think. So one of the reasons that like, okay, the side of the house, like the French drain, it still needed to be done, right? But the reason I'm doing it now is because basically I cannot continue in the big room of my part of the house because I need to start scraping stuff with a lot of dust and all the solar equipment is there. And it was already, I put it there because it was temporary and I just wanted to test how it works. But eventually I want solar equipment like on the side of the house where we made the French drain. So that's also a reason that this project, like I did now, although it still needed to be done for the last year. But I want to start building something there for utilities. So for the solar, but also later on for the bomba de calor, the heat pump. So maybe it doesn't look like it, but it all ties together somehow. You were talking about the timber. Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically the idea is if the timber is still there, like next year, because I don't know who owns the land, but if the timber is still there, then I want to see if I can make some construction wood with it. Because otherwise it's gonna just keep laying there and it's gonna be like a fire hazard. So I don't want that. Everything is going chaotic, even the smokes. So like I said in that video, oh sorry guys, like I said in that video, like I would love to do something with the wood next year, but we're not sure if we're gonna do that. I have a lot of firewood, so if somebody like wants to pay money for firewood, but otherwise we're just gonna store that for the next couple of years. Yeah, timber is getting more and more expensive, so I would love to do something myself, but as you know, we have a lot of projects already. And maybe we should do some projects that like bring in some money. I was thinking the other day. Sobrero Hermosa. Yeah, it's bad weather there too. Yeah, I can imagine. It's not so far from here, right? I think I like drive through there when you go like to for instance Coimbra from here. Like I go to the river beach first, like Cerejeira, and then I think you go up to Sombrero Famoso. Lovely chairs from Makmat. Yeah, I should have bought chairs sooner, guys. I had these wooden things here. And now that I have this, it's like... I should have bought these like for here inside like a long time ago already. I bought them for the podcast though. But after that they'll probably end up like here. When do you start working on your mezzanine? Yeah, that's gonna take a while, guys. We first need to finish the bathroom. That's gonna take at least another month as soon as I start on it. Then we need to do the floor, and then we need to paint the walls. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna do the mezzanine before I go in there. It all depends on what's like gonna happen in the next 6 months, which is not a set thing here. Is Garridas in the same time that we are in France? No, you seem to be an hour ahead. Anything done on the hotel? I requested power from the grid for the hotel. But that's more for the podcast, so that I have power next to that house. Yeah, we're gonna need some help. As soon as we have help, then we can do more. It's, I can be everywhere in one place. An association, is it like a trust? I don't think so. I think a trust is more like a sort of aesthetic thing, right? An association is like a charity, like a non-profit. It's like a normal organization, but not for profit. Have you had any potential candidates for video editing? Yeah. People realizing that it's a lot of work. So, yeah. I might need to change some things on that. Like I need to be more, how you say? I need to put out some more information. I need to maybe like make a dedicated website part, like with some more information about video editing and what it takes and stuff like that. Because now we have people that just like to try it, and then it still costs me time, and eventually they don't even have like 4 hours a day to work on it, you know. Because if you want to make daily videos, you have to have time daily. Which made sense to me, but apparently not to everybody. There's some big thunder going on outside. And I'm wondering now if everything else is like inside and covered up and stuff. While I'm here blabbing away. Jasper, have you got permission to build houses on any of the lands you bought? Permission, yeah, you don't have like permission by default, huh? You always need to ask for permission first. And I didn't ask for permission to do anything building wise. So, no. But maybe you mean like the option to build something, like if it's like urban, like there's urban terrain, there's like more chance that you get like a permit to build something. Although I have been speculating about building something. But I won't bother you with that. This ruin where we were just sitting, This has, like I said, 200 square meters behind the house, and this 200 meters is mostly urban. So this could be a little bit more valuable because you are like allowed to buy, build, but also it's behind the street, so then you would have to demolish the current building and apply for something that is bigger, like to the backside, because it wouldn't really make sense to build a house like back from the road. So, but that, for instance, has a big urban part. This land only has the part where the house is urban. But like the other house is in the main street, and the main street is, how you say, like municipal urban. So you don't own the land that the house is on for the house part, but you do own the land that is like behind the house, but the house itself is like on the urban street of the municipal. Hence why you only get like a house registration and not a land registration if you don't have any land with it, like the hotel. The hotel doesn't have land papers, the hotel only has house papers. Just like the little house on the other land that is does belong to me and doesn't belong to me. This also has, they don't have papers from the land because I have the papers from the land. Then they only have the papers from the house. If any new developments there come on, then you guys are the second ones to hear it. Which project you are going to finish first? I have no idea. I almost finished the podcast studio. We're still working on the main house, right? So that still needs to be finished. Greetings from West Palm Beach, Florida. Is it nice weather there? Sounds like a place that has nice weather. You work on a variety of projects all the time. What type of projects do you like the most, and which do you wish you didn't need to do? Yeah, good question. You hear me sometimes complaining when I do grinding and stuff, but that's a specific work with a tool or something. I mostly like all the stuff. I mostly like learning new things, but then I mostly don't like it in the beginning. I only like with plastering, rendering a wall. Only the last year I'm more enjoying it because I get a better result. It's weird with me because with every time I have this with projects, so I'm looking back on the videos from clearing out the ruin for the podcast studio, and as soon as I'm watching the video and I have it almost done, I'm in my mind I don't want to do that again. But then a next project in a similar way comes up, and I'm still excited to go and do it again. Also when I did the roof here, in 2 parts, but I think when I finished one part or a second part, I was geez, we don't want to do that again. But then a next roof on another house, I'm excited to start again, so it's a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. There are not really projects that I don't fancy doing. It's more daily chores that I don't fancy doing. Do you have people come in to help? Yeah, sometimes. Last year I held it off a bit because I was coming out of the relationship, and it was all a little bit, although I should have invited people to get some more, how you say, to be able to talk with people and get maybe a little bit out of my mind. But that's why last year we didn't have much volunteers. But the years before we had, so I hope this year we also have some more. But like I said, some people write me and then I say like, perfect, and we can find something good for you to do. Let me know like 1 or 2 weeks before you come. And then you never hear them again. So yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. Viele Grüße nach Deutschland. Grüßen zurück nach Deutschland. Any chance to send me more info for association? I'm very interested to help. In what way? In like volunteering way, or in like donations, or in what way are you interested to help? Now this whole chat disappears. It's like, hello. Where were we? Greetings from Langebaan. That's South Africa, right? I asked earlier if you have sufficient flat stones laying on the open land. You could perhaps lay them for a floor in the studio, or are they too brittle? No, you could do that, but that's a lot of work. Especially to get it a little bit level. I have been thinking on doing that in front of the mini building here on my land. Like trying to make a schist stone patio. But like I said, that's going to be a lot of work. And not really a priority at the moment. Start a campsite. Yeah. You can come and camp here already, if you have your own facilities. I have power and I have internet for you. And yeah, and water. How does the association work? Yeah, that's a little broad question. Basically, we're going to do like cultural and social activities. And on one hand, this is going to be for members who join, like who pay a yearly fee. And on the other hand, there will be some for the general public. The association will also have volunteers come over. So all the volunteers that are now coming, like, how you say, through my YouTube videos. It's now sort of like ghost town volunteering. But this will all be like association volunteering. And then we also need somebody to like take care of like some meals for the association. So the association will do cooking for the volunteers, for instance, but the association will also organize like a week for the olive harvest, for instance. And there's all kind of benefits to this association. Also, for instance, we might be able to supply volunteers with visas. So if you work for a non-profit association, if you come volunteer for a non-profit association, we might be able to get you a visa to stay for a year or for 2 years or something like that. So it's very, very broad what the association is going to be. It's basically, you need to see it as a business, but not like with making money. So there are going to be all kind of expenses like food and stuff like this, and this will be covered by either member fees or by donations or other stuff, or own produce. Like eventually we can start a big garden and we can eat from a lot of stuff from our own garden. So yeah. More information on the association will come as soon as you all can join and stuff, because if I'm now going to explain everything and you won't be able to join, then it's going to be forgotten in like 2 months. So I need to wait till I have everything in order, like bank accounts, websites and everything, before I can share the information with you guys. So it's going to be just like general information now. So I answered the volunteering question already 2 times now. I hope you're having a good day and night, whatever you're watching. You're all watching me now at the moment, right? saw someone buy a train carriage, put it in the back garden, turn it into a workshop. Cool. That is cool. I'll come over to volunteer. Yeah, there's a form on the website that you can fill in, and then you still need to show up also. Thanks for the hair. I was at Bruno's today again. Jasper, you're going to finish the floor before winter? Yeah, the idea is to be in my part of the house before winter. But I said that already for 2 winters, so I'm definitely going to be in there before winter. It's going to save a lot of money in heating and stuff with the heat pump, hopefully. Cool chair, thanks. Can you not utilize the wood you were clearing off the road? Utilize? How? For a campfire? I have a lot of old wood here that still needs to be burnt for a campfire. And we don't have any inside fireplaces, so how would we utilize it? About the mezzanine, long ago, you seemed to scare it could be dark. Why not a Velux? Because that's also going to be very hot in the summer. And I'd rather not cut into the roof. Why does Martijn Dollard have them and you don't? Now, Martijn Dollard has like 700,000 subscribers. So he has maybe a little bit more choice, right? Buy a big army tent and invite people, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, we have tents. People can shower here, there's a toilet. I don't see why we should need one big tent. What's the time frame for the gutters? Next fall. Autumn? You want a chill pill? Yes. You mean this? Cool, I have like 100 volunteers. That's gonna be hard to manage, guys. Jasper, why are you working on another house when you need finish where you live? Who says I need to finish where I live? I'm living fine at the moment. You think I need to finish it. But that's just you and some other people. Put the train carriage in the back garden. How? You know how much that costs? Like lifting it in here with a crane. I predicted it on my comment yesterday. What? Rain? Get some big speakers, DJ said. For what? I like my peace and quiet here. We have Brazilians, they play music sometimes already. Build up, same footprint, should be legal, right? If you use the same materials, mostly, yes. Gonna finish the floor, finish the floor before winter. Yes, that is idea. Would you recommend auction buying? Is it easier? No, it's cheap. It's definitely not easy. Especially not if they advertise the wrong property. But there are some bargains to get there, but you need like... auction is also a lot partial ownership. From apartment buildings to forest parts to small ruins. I wouldn't recommend it, like, especially not for first buy. Buy a big piece of land, do a big music festival event. Yeah. Where do we get the resources for that, mate? All this stuff already, like, It's all my ideas that I had in the first year, and then you realize how much work everything is going to be. And then you'll like postpone it to 20-year plan. Bear with me. The chat skipped again. Association, you are going to be receiving money. Is it legal? Of course it's legal. Are you following the process? I spent like 6 months in getting this thing like erected. It's legal tax evasion. No, it's not tax evasion. It's legally paying less tax. Everybody should be obligated to pay the least tax as possible. I think. Or do you think all the governments are spending your money very well? Where do people ask him questions? I don't see him answering those questions that come from this chat. De wet van 1. You shouldn't be allowed to comment anymore, mate. Your crazy stuff about Maria. People from all across the world on here, yes. Dig a massive hole with your digger and build an underground bunker. For what? Damn, I forget the live. Hi João, hi. To snow. To snow? Why to snow? Huge outdoor cinema or something. Could be. What help could you use for a day project that you like help on if somebody could swing by for a day? That's mostly going to be cleanup if you swing by for a day, because I can't like go render a wall with you because it needs probably multiple days. So that's going to be cleanup, like either the garden or the streets or maybe some other small project I can think about. The questions are in this chat stream. Yes. That's it. Spark up. Yes, I just did. How are things between you and Maria? Yeah, if you followed along the video from 2 days ago, it's all good again. We are on talking terms again. Donations, yes. Associations work with donations. And dates would be maybe 22 or 24th of April. What are you talking about? You want to come by to help out? Then you need to like fill in the volunteer form on the website. It's linked on almost every video. Grow some legal cannabis with low THC, so it's legal to grow. No, if it has THC, it's not legal to grow, right? I don't even think you can grow CBD. You can buy it, but I don't think you can grow it. I don't know. Can you build yourself or do you need to hire a building company? For what? If you want to do a new build, yeah, then you're gonna need a company to do it. It's very difficult because the company needs to sign off on it. And they're not gonna sign off mostly on you doing a project. So they can't vouch for that. So at least look at Make Do Grow channel. They have now a building company that's going to make a workshop for them, and like the detailing and stuff they can do themselves, but the building needs to be signed off by a building company. It's very difficult with a permission to build something yourself. If you can find a constructor who's willing to sign off on your work, then yeah, but that's not very likely. What you need regarding translation paperwork? For paperwork, I don't need translation because you can do that like on a computer nowadays, or you hold your phone over it and then you can read it. Buy Maria a bunch of flowers with a card that if you knew it would hurt her feelings, you would never have involved with the car. I don't think it's up to me. If you start like doing these kind of things when it's not your place to make an apology, then people start, how you say, getting accustomed to this, and I don't think that's good for people. People need to know that they made the mistake and that they need to make up. And I don't think it sends the right message, like unconsciously, if you start bringing flowers. I was very clear about asking her son if Maria was okay with selling the car. And I think that was already from me like a very, so how you say, taking other people into account. So, and then if like somebody else fucks up, it's not my problem. I don't recall if already told you that the logs you've cut from the fallen trees belong to you. There is a law about that. You've cut them in order to unblock the road. Get informed. I know all about it. So you suggest that I call like the junta or the GNR that my road is blocked in the forest, and if they please would come and clean it up, because that is how you are supposed to do it, right? Then the trees would still be laying there right now, because there are still electricity poles laying down on the floor. So I'm taking the risk, let's say it like that. But good you pointed out for everybody else to see. Probably the only reason why you put it up. Hi from Seattle. Hi, John. A bit difficult unless you drive down with camping stuff. That's why I am holding off until I can get a car that would make it that far. Huh? Bit difficult unless you drive down? I don't get it. It's about the campsite? Why does this chat keep like jumping all over the place? Association equals cash Ponzi scheme. In Portugal it does a lot of times, unfortunately. But if you know a little bit about who I am, then you should not have to relate that to me. Let's say it like that. But there are a lot of associations here in Portugal that mostly squeeze money from the European Union. We can also try that at one point, but then we're going to spend it for good and not on a Mercedes or anything. The association is still a bit vague to me. Yeah, that's because I'm not explaining it. You need to wait. Don't you think you got enough on your plate? No. What do you mean? Like different kind of projects? I don't know. He never finishes anything. Always people who like want to like put this in, right? Like maybe some other people can tell what I finished like in projects, right? It's like, I want to do the whole village, so what do you expect, right? Like, the whole village is a project. This whole house is a project. But this room in itself is also a project that is kind of finished, right? The mini building in the garden is also finished. It's like, you're just like putting like, how you say, fuel on the fire, you know? Who is this? And then also not to me, like you never finish anything, but saying it to somebody else. Like, hey Carlos, he never finishes anything. Maybe I shouldn't like. Maybe I just had a better upbringing. I don't know. The thing is, he never explains what a member really gets from becoming a member. So you cannot even become a member yet, mate. Stop it. So people don't join in. There's nothing to join in yet. Caralho, pá. Oh, Carlos is also joining in now. It seems like that since day one. Guys, if you're annoyed by it, just go watch somebody else. Go watch Martijn. He almost finishes his workshop. Go tell him he's doing a good job. I'm just slacking on all kinds of stuff. It's my life, so fuck off. What a mill for a chainsaw. I don't know. I see Luke also doing like milling with chainsaw. And then I think, how much gas is this taking? Because if I like cut one tree down that's like this big, it's like half a can of gas. It's also because it's the Maxmat thing, right? Like if you would have a steel, it would be different. But like I think you could like make a case for like this bandsaw, like that costs 3,000 euros. Like that you have that if you really start milling wood. You have that back in no time in the gas money you spend. Is the audio still off sync? Yeah, probably. I wish you had a dishwasher. Yeah, me too. Preferably a hot blonde. Caralho, pá. It's not so easy. You try and do a live with multiple cameras and shit. I am a tech guy, although I'm getting old. In tech, you're phased out like very fast if you don't keep up to date. And I've been renovating for the last 4 years, so all my tech shit is like... Reopening a bank account, I found the Santander and Castella Branca very helpful. Need European passport though and a house contract. Greetings from Germany, Jasper. Hope you have better weather tomorrow. Me too. So that you can photovoltaic system runs. Like you said, left the rat race. I can do your editing and join the association only if there is accommodation and food provided. I don't think you can do the editing. You can say that very easily that you can do the editing, but... Did you try already? Did you go to the channel? Did you send me a video already from that you tried? The audio is ahead of the video, making the live out of sync. Yeah. Zal ik even komen? Somebody wants to come and help. In a lot of videos I like direct you guys all to the volunteering form, so it's not really needed to like here in the chat like tell me that you'll come and help and then I never receive like a volunteering form. So it's nice to say that other people can see that you're willing to come and help, but if you don't come, it's kind of like useless, right? I would love to pass one day just to say hi. Yeah, saying hi is okay. Like chat for a bit, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. I'm a very busy guy and I can chat for like 5 or 10 minutes. But I don't have hours time to sit down with you and chat about all kind of stuff. I do that sometimes with people that I know and that like I have like a connection with, but all of you guys, you know me, but I have no idea who you guys are, so I have no reason to like sit down with you for hours to chat, you know. But come and say hi and oh, this is a lovely place and maybe check out the village, it's all fine. No, that's Akira snoring. You all have a lot of interesting questions. I'm not allowed to comment. No, Wet van Een, you make like ridiculous comments, like about stuff you hear me saying about Maria and then twist it in your mind and then you put it for everybody else to read that I say that Maria has like mental problems. So no, better if you like don't pay attention in the videos, it's better if you don't comment, you know, if you don't listen to what I say. Maybe I need to roll another one because you guys are like driving it on the edge here. Where are we? I think Jasper is not keeping up with the chat. Now, you know now where I am in the chat, right? I'm not keeping up with the chat. I'm looking at my screen all the time. What do you think I'm doing? Am I getting agitated or what? How about here? Why did you buy a car with no bill of sale? Because it's a neighbor and you trust people, and it's like, it's not like I'm buying a car from OLX and going to pick it up and stuff like that, you know. It's like people you know that are around the corner here. And you pay the money and then like a couple of days later you go with the guy to like the registration office to change the registration. If you know people, that's not weird to do, right? Or maybe it's just me. If you're watching on a TV, chat sometimes doesn't show. No. I had the same experience from the Learn Editing channel. You guys are talking to each other. Hello Jasper, you're awesome. Thanks. Finally a positive comment. How are your plans to buy any more houses in the ghost town? Have you plans? Yes. And I'm buying stuff as it comes for sale. It doesn't mean that I'm like directly gonna do something with it. Although I might have plans or share plans to do something with it. But it's also for me an investment. I think Portugal in the next 10 to 20 years can be a pretty good investment. So I might not even have to fix them up. I can just like in 10 years I can just sell them for triple the price or something like that. What is not the plan, but it's always a possibility. So there's nothing wrong with buying some buildings in my eyes and not doing anything with them. Which is frustrating a lot of you guys. It is like watching a Police Academy film where Jones is talking like he was in a Chinese movie. What? You mean that I talk like this now or what? Or the whole show? Volunteering and a place to stay while with you. Oh yeah, but if you come like in a tent, you can also stay here in the garden, you know? Like you don't have to like stay down there if you don't want to. Or in the garden of the other house where you want. Basically you can pitch a tent anywhere. I'm not sure if I need to like read all the comments that you're saying to each other, like. But it was very kind of Jasper to buy the car over the price. Yeah, it was. I have to say though that I love that you're doing live sessions, since you're not very fond of replying to comments in your videos. I'm not? Okay. Yeah, I mostly like only like the first couple of hours, the comments that come in, but then I'm not going back to that video like to check the comments. So maybe if you're like always watching the video like the next day and you comment, then I'm not gonna reply on your comments probably. Airport, taxi or flexbus to Costello, then getting a taxi from CB to Lisbon. How much camping? I don't understand, no. But that's how you get to Costello, yes. Why are you drinking tea instead of slurping your scummy coffee? Because I want to drink less coffee in the evening. Not that it's like keeping me awake, but it might be like affecting my sleep, like when I sleep. Camping gear you got? Yeah, we got a lot of camping gear. For those that are not up to date with the car situation, it's all resolved. Thanks for elaborating. Just because money back and the car belongs again to Maria. Yes, and we're gonna still try and fix it up. Why the hell would you do that, Jasper? Because I feel like it. Garridas, not Lisbon. There is a Rua de Garridas in Lisbon. Sometimes if you like search for things like for sale in Garridas, you get Lisbon, Rua de Garridas. Life is a project. Jasper likes to have a choice of projects. Yeah, I just like to do different kind of stuff, and sometimes opportunities come in my mind and then I want to pursue them. Like a podcast studio. I'm trying to save the main channel, guys. I thought this room you are sitting in right now is temporary. But it's still a finished project, right? Like if you paint your house on the outside, it's also temporary. It's like a finished project, but in 10 years you need to paint it again. A lot of people like sitting on their couch and then commenting that I don't finish projects, but a lot of people don't even start projects. That was somebody confirming a podcast date. Cool. I'm not gonna tell you who it was. Todos são burros. What? Donkeys? Who's a donkey? Hee-haw. I want a donkey, guys, but the reason I'm like not taking any more animals than dogs is because it will bound me more to this place. And I am here a lot, but if I want to go to Holland, I need somebody to donkey sit. Yes, it's Akira that's snoring. Why would I join a Ponzi? You shouldn't join a Ponzi. I popped down to see how the live stream is going and only see a few trolls. What the fuck? Yeah. But they do that in the comments also, like bitching about everything. They just need attention. They need to like start their own YouTube channel and then you get attention. It's just facts. No, it's not facts. It's not facts. Sorry, I was trying to say, we love your channel, just keep with you do you. I will always do me. Yeah, quick chat is always good. Like you can come here and I have 5 or 10 minutes and I can show you around a bit. What's your duck score right now? 8. Although there are only 6 on the board. Some took a head dive, but there should be 8. Very good point for kind of live chat, really. Can use 4 seconds to reply to an answer instead of spending 3-4 minutes to reply online. Yeah, like comments take a lot of time. This also takes time, but it's more amusing for me. He said it's 8. 8 duckies, yes. I was going to volunteer this year, but unfortunately my van developed an electrical problem and now needs new wiring room. If I manage to get it sorted in time, I'll try later this year. Okay. Live your life better, do what makes you happy. There is always going to have projects in this world. Yes. How many houses do you own? Houses? 4, 5. 5 or 6, depending how you look at it. There's a huge delay. Ignore the twats. Yeah, they're hard to ignore. And also I want to dress it so that maybe not more twats show up. Attention seeking, yes, that is what it is. All great, thanks for content. Until the next time. Bye, Erwin. You keep doing you. You do a lot already. Do not let the captains on shore steer the ship. Yeah. I already apologize about Maria. But I would like to do it again. Sorry, mate. Yeah. Yeah, that's all good and well, but you didn't make a very good first impression, so that's gonna have consequences. So what happened to the girlfriend that got a new roof? You're late to the party. Go watch some videos from last year. How many people live in the ghost town? Permanently? Me and Maria. Police Academy reference, it's because the life... Oh, okay. Do you like river beaches? If you enjoy them, what are some great ones to go to? We've been to Praia Fluvial de Foz d'Água and Praia Fluvial de Pendente plus others. Serigera is a very nice one, like around here. If you want to have a very quiet one, there's also Domuro on the other side. I wouldn't go to the one near Tabernacega, like the one-way bridge I always go. I heard some negative rash stories about that. Jasper, would be nice to see you with some female company. Yeah, Daryl, that would be nice. Where do you get females? Not around here. If I volunteer and I fly over with a tent instead of driving, would you pick me up from the airport? No. That's a 4-hour drive, mate. You can hop on a bus and then I'll pick you up here in Castello. And you don't need to bring a tent. We also have tents here. Hope you're doing good. Yeah. Think you need another. I have one here. You, Cloud, use the sail over the ruin as a roof in the future. I really like to see Richard back. Yeah, we all like to see Richard. Yeah, the gimmick of this ruin is a bit that it doesn't have a roof, right? It's like sort of like the idea of doing a project while you escape the rat race. I don't know, it's getting a little bit mixed up between like Escape the Rat Race and Escape to Portugal. I'm now like trying to sort of combine it. Escape the Rat Race to Portugal. We're niching down. What would you like to have Willem Engel in the podcast? That would be cool. Why? Does he have a good escape story? And why would you why do you bring up Willem? I saw Willem like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Is doing a smoke legal in Portugal for own use? Can one even grow plants for personal use? No, you cannot grow plants. And you can have they say it really weird. They say you can have like a sort of 10-day supply or something, or a 20-day supply you can have on you, which would sort of amount to 20 grams. But a lot of people smoke more than other people, so I don't have no idea. It's like in big cities, it's very common like to smoke also like in the street and stuff. But here it's like everybody smokes, but nobody like presents it that way, except for me maybe. But if you go into a square and you smoke a joint there, then somebody's like, maybe the police even is gonna say to you like, dude, there are other people here. Why are you smoking here? So. Hello from East Algarve. Hi. Hello, and still going? Yeah, but I think we're almost. I'm at the end of the chat also, so I think we're nearing the end. Unless you guys have some good questions, not the same questions I already answered. By piling all the forest fuels in big piles, isn't that worse of a fire hazard? They should have been removed. Yeah, but like you see how big the forest is here, right? Like you want to remove like all the trees from all that forest, and then thinking like how much more forest area is here around with fallen trees? Like who's gonna do that? I think the piles don't make much difference compared to the rest of the forest that's like where it's not on piles but still spread out. And I think maybe even on piles, like if it burns, then there's less chance that the rest also burns. So instead of like everything spread around and then everything burns. So I think there's something to say for my piles that it's even better than like leaving it laying around. But yeah, the best would be like if all the trees were gone. Maybe you can bring an army. From who is the white camper on your land? From the ex-girlfriend. How about small RV park in the clearing by the river? Yeah, but you can't get there like most of the time. You see, like how are you going to get there with the RV? You get stuck in the water there. Campsite facility is not a bad idea. No, has been an idea already for 5 years. Yes, but it's another project, huh? What you take on WEF? Do you have faith their powers will vanish coming years? I have the idea that you need to work on new stuff and not get caught in like what everybody is like fucking about. Try to create something new instead of like fighting against the old. You should invite Arida and Rodney from Our Life in Portugal YouTube channel on the podcast. They moved from the Netherlands to escape the red race. Yeah, but what is interesting on their story? Have they done it in a specific way, or do they have a specific way to make an income here? Or a lot of people moved from the Netherlands to escape the red race. You could make a canopy or a pergola. Yeah, so that's not the idea of that building, but maybe in the future. Do you go out socializing in Portugal for nightlife? Not really for nightlife. Like I go out for lunches sometimes, or I like to go to the gym also to get not only for gym exercise but also for some social interaction with people. I did go in the beginning like a bit into the nightlife, but it doesn't really fit with, and I don't like drinking anymore. Like the next day I'm like completely like I can do nothing except eating eggs with bacon and hanging on the couch. And it's not much fun being there sober because everybody's drunk and then I get annoyed by like they're half talking like blah blah blah. So I'm not doing that a lot. I sometimes go to like if somebody organizes something at their house or something. You need a crowdfunding to build accommodations for your volunteers. Too uncomfortable to sleep in a tent after a hot day of work. Yeah. Yeah, you can also come in an RV. And I don't think the crowdfunding is like the problem. Like, for one, you're not gonna find a builder here to do something for you because they all ask like extreme amounts of money now because there's a lot more ask than there is people who can build stuff. So if you get a builder, you pay top dollar, and in Portugal it's not sure then that you get quality work. So it's not only the money that prevents from doing these kind of things, you know. Santiago de Garda, Central West. Cool. What is the nearest airport? And I'll see what I can do. If okay, I'll message you for further details and chat about what skills I can offer. Yeah, please do first fill in the volunteering form and then I'll respond to you. And then we can see. I want to escape the red race. How many others want to? The longer you wait, the more people will want to. Hence the price is going up in Portugal. Is it a good idea to own an electric car in your area? I have been thinking about that lately. I don't know if it's I haven't been thinking specifically for this area, but like in general how it's going, like in the economy everywhere. It might be a good idea to like also own an electric vehicle. It's in Portugal it's a little bit more difficult though because there are less people, so there are also less charging points like at this point in time. You could buy a small sawmill and utilize the fallen trees for your project. Yes, that's maybe what I want to do. If you ever actually finish a project, I'm going to throw a huge party. I'm not coming. I agree about creating something new instead of trying to conquer the elites. Yes, I have been fighting like a long time. I was the one like standing on the squares in Holland when shit hit the fan 5 years ago, who was still like thinking naively that pushing back was the right way to go. But unless you want to get killed, it's not the right way to go. Or you won't achieve anything. Like if you don't take the risk to get killed, then you won't achieve anything. Some people are very lucky that they're still able to move around freely. Where are the girls tonight? One is laying here. Akira is here, very wet. Zoe has already gone to bed. Could be a mini industry and sell it or exchange with others. What? Sawmill, yeah. So that's also something that maybe the association can do, like at that point. And the association can invest in a sawmill. For instance, then we will not pay tax on the sawmill. And we also don't pay like capital tax, how you say, like tax on what you make in a year. So if we sell stuff, it's like you can't call it selling stuff. So, for instance, if we would have a sawmill, right? Like talking about the association. So we would buy the sawmill with the association money, right? Then we produce the timber for ourselves. And if other people would want to use this lumber, they need to become a member of the association. Well, they don't have to, but that way we don't pay any tax on anything. So if then you become a member of the association, you can use the building materials to a certain limit, or it has to have some kind of container. It's not like you become a member and you can get like unlimited wood. But in some way, the people who get to use the wood should be like involved in some way in the association. So this could be very simple by paying a yearly fee, for instance. And then people from the area, or maybe members could even like take the sawmill to saw their own wood, or with other things. If we would get a tractor for the association, if Maria becomes a member of the association, for instance, Maria can use the tractor to a certain extent. So this is all kind of things you can do like within like an association. And the idea is to not give the government too much money. So in this whole project that I'm doing with the village here, a lot of this stuff will be done by the association, so that, for instance, I don't want to pay like, if I own like €100,000, I don't want to pay every year like 22% of this €100,000. That would be crazy. So by doing a lot in this association, I don't own it directly, but it does get used in the way that I would want to use it, you know? A couple of more questions came in. What's the nearest airport? Doesn't matter really. Like Lisbon is a little bit closer, but if you need to come with a bus, then I would take Lisbon, because the bus takes an hour shorter than from Porto. Why don't the girls have toys? The girls have toys. They just don't want to play with them. A lot of visitors who came here like brought toys for the girls, and they're mostly only interested in food. It was funny the other day, I was like cutting the grass and I found a toy in the grass. 2 toys. And I thrown them like somewhere else on the grass where I cut already. And the rest of their toys is like in between the 2 beds that they have outside. And I saw that one of them took the toy from the grass and put it like with the other toys. It's like, we're not playing with them, put them there. At least that's not usually a good idea, since most wood industries don't want to use wood that they don't know the origin and quality. Oh, it's not to me. It's about selling wood. Would you ever get more solar on your land so that you not have to use the grid at all? And why didn't they? Do you decide against wood stoves? I know you said why, but I missed that a bit. Yeah, so I'm like wood burners and like fireplaces. I'm like always, not always, like the last 2 years I'm switching my mind on it. Let's say it like that. Because like it's all part of me, like sort of going back to basic. And I now realize after 4 years that the fireplace might not be a bad idea. So, but I don't really like the smell or the mess that it makes. I don't like to cut like a hole in my roof because it's always like a leaking issue point. But there is something to say for like the coziness and stuff, and also here with like burning the wood for keeping yourself warm and stuff. But also it's not ideal because in the morning it will go out, and in the morning it's the coldest, and then you would want like sort of a fast heating, and a fireplace is not a fast heating thing. More solar, yes, we will do more solar eventually. But I think we're still going to be connected to the grid, because if you look at, like, for instance, Freedomville, they have a gigantic amount of solar, but in the winter they have to run a generator. And then I rather use the grid in the winter and still be connected. So I don't think I would ever do away with the grid. Unless the grid does away with itself, of course. Yes, but I think Jasper would sell it locally. It's not like, what do you want to sell it for? Like for beams? I don't think like anyone who can make beams with it wants to buy it. For one, because it's not really that long. It's like 4 meters max. And for firewood, apparently it's not really good for firewood for inside, because it has like a resin. And it clogs up your pipes like really fast. So then it would be for outside burning. And I don't know who would want to buy the wood for that. A question, Jasper. You were talking about taking jobs for people that want to buy ruin. Where and how can I contact you for that kind of job? I don't know what you're talking about. You were talking about taking jobs for people that want to buy ruin? No, I can help you with your orientation in buying a ruin. I don't know if that is what you mean. Can you fill the road to your forest with the stuff you cleaned out of your podcast studio? That's, for one, that's not mine to do that. And the road is like, there's a river like going over the road, so that will just like be one bigger mud pool at that point. Everyone there seems to use wood chips. Yes, in the gardens they use a lot of wood chips because it composts fast, and then you have compost for your garden. I don't think our garden needs more compost because the grass is going very well there. There's a lot of wood in Portugal, yes. In the case some kind of trading for other items that could work nice, no money is used, so no tax on it. Bartering, yes. Are you putting your pool up this summer? And if you have volunteers, will there be a pool party? I don't know. We will put a pool up, that's for sure. But I don't know if we're gonna have a volunteer pool party. Yes, there's a lot of arson. Do you like to listen to music? What are your favorite artists? No, I don't listen to music very well. Very often. Mostly if I listen to music, I just put on the radio and hear some popular songs or stuff. Most people listen to music to distract their mind. I don't like to do that. I think 2 hours was enough, guys. It was very pleasant talking to you all. A little bit hectic in the beginning. Yeah, you couldn't like plan that if you wanted to make a video like that, right? It's all because you take chances. And then stuff gets fun. yeah, I think we'll close off with a nightly shot of the village. If you guys get to see that. You guys hear the crickets? Look for Maria driving duck. Good night, everybody. I will give kisses to the girls. The wet girls. Bonne noite. I'm still not dry. I'm still a little bit wet. Moist. I'll keep you guys posted on the next live. Let's see if we can find another cool location. We should be getting less rain as we go. Okay. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow with another video, I think. Maybe Sunday. I don't know yet. Bye. Have a nice weekend, guys. Ciao.